Well, good day, model railroaders. How are things going? Been a while since I do a live stream. It's like few and far between, but hey, got a few things coming up, and do you know what sound decoder a Kato ES44AC uses? I don't, but Bernie might. Bernie, there's a link up there in the chat. I can post it again if you want. You just click on that and you can pop on up, bud. So yeah, guys, I got a few things going on that I'm going to be at, and just going to let everybody know where it is, what it is, and I hope to see everybody there. Now, my very first one, of course, is next weekend. I'm a sucker for air shows. I love air shows. I love military jets. I love anything that makes a lot of noise. So the London International Air Show is next weekend, and I do have a guy in the basement. Perfect. Hi, Bernie. Just sit there for a second and I'll get rid of this. So what happens for the London International Air Show, guys, is I buy a ticket on the Red Zone, and I normally go for 2 days. So Red Zone is right on the runway. My first day, I'm taking Ron 2448 Toyman and his girlfriend, and I will be taking Ron Perry and his son and myself. I'm allowed to take 6 people in there. Sunday, I believe I am only taking my wife. So if anybody wants to go to the London International Air Show and lives in my area, maybe meet me at my house or whatever. I'd be leaving here about 8:30 in the morning. That's in Cambridge, Ontario, or I can pick you up on the way, Woodstock or something. But anyway, if you want to go, send me an email, and I can take up to 6 people, like I said. So that will be basically 4 other people that if they want to come. Now, tickets are already paid for, but if somebody wants to throw me a bit of money for the tickets, that's great. Buy me a hot dog, French fries, other stuff that you can buy there. Why not? So I'm just throwing that out there. I know if you don't have a vehicle, it's hard to go to an air show that you have to have a car. So that's the first thing I'm doing. That is September 10th that is open to everybody that they can pop in. The next event I'm going to be going to, and I'm going to go through this really quick, guys, because I got Bernie in the basement and I want him to come up and talk about his event. So OVR Train, September 16th, 10 o'clock in the morning, guys. The doors are open. That's at 37 Tilson Street in Tilsonburg, Ontario. Manufacturer meet and greet. Check out their website. I know they got Soundtracks, ESU, ITLA. Mini Prince will be there doing some scanning. Intermountain will be there, I think, or Bowser, one of the two. I'm going to be there. Now, the thing that I'm bringing that up for is it's another YouTube meet and greet, basically. So anybody and everybody, if you can get to Tilsonburg, and I'm hearing Lauren was calling me this morning and saying there's about 40 people from the States coming up. So, hey, there is OVR Trains right there. Rapido. Oh, Rapido's going to be there too. He's just going through the whole list now. So why not? Yeah, guys, I know Chris from Go Via or Go Home's going to be there. M&M Rails, myself, Doug from Forever DCC is going to be there. I think Sean Pennywise is going to tag along with me. Not sure about Peter CP Rail. So that's another great event. September 16th, like I said, guys, doors open around 10 o'clock, but be there early. Why not? Parking in the back and parking in the front for, I don't know, good 100, 150 cars. So that's going to be a great event. The next one I want to say that I'm going to go to is October 8th. Doors open at 9 o'clock. That's called the Great Northeast Model Train Show. Bernie's a gentleman that helped me out when I did my YouTube meet and greet in Scranton. He was part of the dining car experience, helped me set that all up. So whenever he has a train show, I love going down there and helping him out, set things up. And of course, meet everybody that's shopping around. And I don't mind doing a bit of shopping too. Usually sit there with Bernie and for the day and say hi to everybody. Kind of the unofficial meet and greeter is what I like to call myself. So that's October 8th at 9 o'clock. That's at the Holiday Inn in Scranton. So I'm hoping to see a lot of people there. That's Pennsylvania. And then the very last event that I'm going to be doing this year, Great Scale Model Train and Railroad Collectors Show, Maryland State Fairgrounds, Timonium. And the address for that is 2200 York Road in Timonium. October 14th and 15th. That's a 2-day event. Really good show. It's, I believe, about, I'm going to say, good 2 buildings in the fairgrounds that they fill and a little bit of stuff outside too. So it's going to be great. Bernie's just staring off into the space. So I'm going to bring him up right about now since he's smiling away. Hey, Bernie.
Hey, everyone. Hey, Sparky. How are you?
I'm doing good, bud. It's been a long time talking.
Yeah, it's been a little while. How's things?
Really good. You keeping yourself busy?
Oh, yeah, very busy. Trying to work full time, run the shop, and plan for the show. So it puts a lot on my plate. Keeps me moving.
And I know it's a really busy weekend for you. I've helped you out the one time setting things up and everything else, but I hear it's going to be easier this year.
Yes, as we're doing the shows, it's getting more and more easier. The hotel has been great to work with. They're helping us out tremendously, even getting the tables set up now. We keep all of our tables right on site at the hotel. As you know, at the last time, we were hauling all the tables in and out of the place. So that part has gotten much easier. The show is actually growing this time around too. I think we're going to be out in the main entrance out there where you pay the fee to go in. We have tables out there, a train display out there. The main banquet ballroom is going to be filled and sold out, and we're starting to move into other areas at a hotel. It looks like for this show.
Right on. So it sounds like it's going to be a big show.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a big show. Right now, it looks like probably about, I'm going to say probably close to 120 vendor tables, plus the other extra activities that we're going to have going on.
Awesome. And you get to meet me at the door.
Yes. And I want to say thank you to you for plugging the event here on your live stream and giving me the opportunity to talk about the show here a little bit. And also, we look forward to having you down there again. It was a blast the last time you were there, and I really thank you for coming out to the show. And, it's a good time for everyone.
Like I said, just before I brought you up there, you really helped out with my meet and greet. With that dining car experience, kind of helped me set all that up and everything. So anytime I could get down to help you out, it's a great time for me. And just the pre-show for what we do is a good time, I gotta say. So we stay up late. We might drink a little bit too much, but
that's part of the fun.
It is. So JP Video is going to be there maybe this year.
I'm going to be following up with him soon. I believe he's going to be, but I don't want to speak for him on this live stream here. I'm not. I know RJ is going to be there. I know Chris Stanton from Ohio is going to be there. So there's a number of us that are going to from the YouTube community that will be there for the event.
Right on. Dave DB Tech, I believe, showed up last time I was there too. So maybe he'll show up and give us a hand. Some of the vendors that are going to be there, Bernie, can you let us know what they are, who they are, what they're selling?
So we're gonna have C&E Branch Line. That's one of the local model train stores that's going to be there. Dave Weber, he's got a big setup of HO scale, really all scales he sells there. He takes up a whole corner of the area there of the ballroom. We have another vendor who's coming in from Jersey who has a really nice selection of stuff. That's going to be another 5 tables worth of merchandise, and he typically has really good deals. Nona Rogers from Scranton is going to be up there. There's a whole host. Also, Emerald Sound Productions. We're looking to have him come in and DJ the event again. That went over really well at the last show. Everyone seemed to enjoy to have the music for the event. So we're looking to bring him back again. And, I think it was a good time.
Yeah, for sure. No, I remember walking in the front and you had a couple layouts set up right off the bat too. Are those going to be there again?
Yes, they'll be there again. Looking into bringing in some potentially some other layouts or setups as well. Still trying to finalize a few things there.
And one thing you and I did talk about kind of last time I was down there was a layout that the kids could actually play on or anything. Has we done anything about that?
So I know the layout when you first come in, that's a American Flyer layout, and that is interactive, where it's all push button stuff for the kids, where they're going around and they're actually operating the accessories on the layout. Some of the things that I've seen and I'd like to eventually be able to do here at this show even like train races or something like that, where we have maybe there's like O gauge trains set up where you could have two separate tracks and it's a race from one end to the other type of thing. So that's something there that we could potentially implement.
That would be kind of fun.
Yeah, and get winner get like a little prize of some sort.
I'm just trying to move screens around right now because I lost my chat on YouTube. Of course. So now, scales. Is it just HO in there and N? I know that's the two popular ones that like N scale's really starting to grow. So
yeah, you're right. N scale is really starting to grow, and I'm actually even here at the shop. I'm starting to add a lot of N scale to my inventory because the amount of people that I get looking for it. But there'll be HO scale at the show, N gauge, American Flyer, which is S scale, O gauge, O27, probably a little bit of G, also Markland trains as well. So there'll be a nice assortment of stuff there.
I believe My Life's Tracks is going to pop in, and he's saying it's a great show. I'm not sure. Like I said, I lost my chat and it just came up, so hopefully a few people are going to show up to it. So again, where is this?
It's 200 Tige Street, Holiday Inn, Scranton East. It's in Dunmore. And again, it's real easy to get to. It's right off the highway. You literally get off the exit and the hotel is right there. So it's very easy to get to. We get a lot of people from out of town because how easy it is to access the place off the highway there. Like a lot of people from Jersey, New York, down by Maryland. Yourself coming all the way down from Canada, which is awesome.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a 7-hour trip, but it's well worth it for you guys. So
yeah, and we really appreciate you coming. We really do.
Now, being at a hotel, what if people want to come down the night before or something? And
yeah, so anyone that wants to stay at the hotel, we do offer special room rates that are available. You would have to there's a special link that I could send anyone that's interested, or you can call the hotel and could tell them that you're coming for the train show and you're looking for a room, and you could also get the special rate that way. The room rates are very good. So, and there are a number of us that are actually going to check into the hotel Friday, stay Friday into Saturday, Saturday into Sunday, and some of us even Sunday into Monday. So we just make the whole weekend out of it, and it's really a great time. And the hotel also has a bar and a restaurant right there on site, so it's nice. It's perfect.
Life with Roscoe is asking, is the Wienermobile going to be there again?
Yeah, I don't know about the Wienermobile, but we are looking to see what else we could attract and have in there. I'm still in finalizing a lot of things, so I don't want to say too much just yet because there's certain things I'm working on that aren't finalized. But the Wienermobile was really Mobile was really awesome last time, and that was a really neat feature for the show. But I don't think we'll see them this time around.
Yeah, I seen some videos and stuff on that, and that was kind of great, just sitting right out there in the front parking area there. So pretty cool. Got a little bit of a tour inside from one of the videos that was shown. So, but you're running that train show or train shop that's behind you. Can you kind of pan your camera around? Let us see
sure.
your shop.
Yeah, we could do that. So I guess I'll start with the area that I'm sitting in here. This area here is actually the case behind me. Actually came from another hobby shop that closed, and I used that to display my personal trains that are in my collection. I'm going to do my best to try to pan this. And so this is the layout that I'm working on. That's actually in the front windows of the store. It's a bit messy right now because I'm trying to get it ready for the holiday season. And there's the case up on the wall there. And as we move down through the store, this whole wall here, this is all HO stuff here. Got buildings, which has had a lot of train cars that came in too. Sparky, how's that looking on your end there? I'm trying to.
Yeah, no, it's looking good.
Okay.
Do have a question from the chat, and you might know this. What he's looking for is a sound decoder for Kato N scale ES44AC. Now,
Okay.
how just because you run a shop or whatever like that, this is going to be my question. I walk into your store and I have a Kato N Scale ES44 AC. How would I go about finding a decoder for that?
So I know there's different brands of decoders that are out there. It really depends on, what the user preference is. If someone's able to tell me something, specifically of what they want, I would first start off with my distributor, see if they have it in stock. If not, then I would explore other options to try to get what they're looking for.
Well, if Sean's close to you, maybe he can reach out and talk to you or something like that. So, what's your store called?
Bernie's Model Railroad Shop.
Hey,
And It's,
imagine
lo-
that.
and it's located in Jessup, PA, which is about 15 minutes outside of Scranton. Um, and it's on 400 Church Street.
Very cool. You got any S scale there?
I don't have any S scale. I did have a collection that came in, and we did sell that. The guy was actually converting to HO scale. So we took that in on a trade, and then we moved that out already.
Very cool. Very cool. So, what possessed you to start a train store?
So
Like
it's
just a bit of backstory from my point of view. Like I can remember going to your house, looking at your layout, running trains, having a great old time. The old beer fridge, we emptied that out pretty quick, but
yeah, we did. We sure did. That was a great night too.
but walking into your layout area, you always had a table right at that front door that you were selling stuff from there. So just to go from a 4x8 or a 4x10 table that you were selling stuff from your basement to a store, like go through the process or the story or why.
So I guess I'll take it back to years ago. Long before I was on YouTube and everything, I was actually about 18 years old at the time. And I had a train layout that I had opened up to the public. And I kind of dabbled with buying and selling trains a little bit at that time. And then as life happened and I, got married and started a family and all that, I just didn't have the time to put forth having a public display and a business. So I shut that down, and all these years it was kind of something I always wanted to get back into again. And so I kind of started off buying collections from people, keeping a couple things for myself, selling off the rest, going to train shows, selling at train shows, selling out of my houses, and then it just kind of grew from there. And then I just kind of started looking at, different places for rent and what kind of space I can get for what kind of money. And just kind of, I found the place that I'm in. The location I felt was very good. The rent was good. Everything just kind of fell into place, and I just pulled the trigger and did it and ran with it. Now the downside though is the layout that you visited at my house no longer exists.
Whatever happened to the hospital?
The hospital, I sold the hospital.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
If I would have had room on my layout for that, I would have snagged it up from you when you
Yeah.
offered it. But I looked at my layout so many times. I was like, where could I put that? And I actually thought like maybe right here.
Yeah.
But it did not fit. So
Yeah. And then that was the problem. That's why I had to sell it, because once it came off of my layout that I had at the house, I really didn't have a place to really store it, because it was so large. It was roughly about 4 feet by 4 feet.
Yeah.
For a footprint. And, it was just sitting in my basement doing nothing other than collecting dust. So that's why I decided to offer it up for sale. And one of my customers ended up buying it, and he doesn't have a layout yet, but he's going to be working on one. So
a question from Fultz Bailey Model Railroad is, how do you find collections without giving too many secrets away?
Well, listen, I could tell you what, I actually get so many people that either stop in here or message me or the phone calls that come in. I have more trains that come my way than I could even think to try to keep up with as far as buying collections. I probably turn away a lot more than I actually buy, because I just get so many people that reach out looking to sell trains. I probably get more people looking to sell trains than are looking to buy trains, unfortunately.
Yeah, for sure. But Makes it a little bit cheaper than buying the new stuff, buying the
Yes.
used or slightly
Yes.
banged up stuff. So
And I'll give you an example too. Like I just had one of the vendors that's going to be at the show, a good friend of mine. I've known him a long time. He reached out to me about 2 weeks ago, and he said, "Hey, I can get you 150 train cars, HO train cars, and the price that he gave me on these cars was like one of those things where it's like, okay, I can't pass that up." So I bought those. I have a good friend of mine who he's 84 years old. He just went through his second heart attack.
Yeah.
First one was when he was like 57, and now he's 84, and he's doing well. He's good. He's healthy right now. He's doing okay. But however, that kind of made him realize that at 84, he didn't want to leave his layout and collection behind for his wife to have to deal with if something was to happen to him. So
most of the time, the wife doesn't know how much the collection's worth either. So
right, exactly. So him and I did some talking, and he kind of put together a list of everything he has. We agreed on a price, and I'm going to be bringing that collection into the shop actually next weekend, and some of that stuff will actually be at the train show. And for the people that are local to this area, Lackawanna, the L&W was actually a big railroad through here, and a lot of local people here actually go, kind of go crazy over Lackawanna stuff, and that's what this whole collection is.
awesome.
And it's all very nice quality stuff.
I might have to see if I can snag up a couple of those things too. They are nice looking locomotives and stuff. Mostly Alcos though, aren't they?
They had a mix of stuff. They had EMDs, they had Alco, they had GE. They depended on the year. I think the GE stuff was more like the Erie Lackawanna days.
If I keep turning around, it's because I got to keep an eye on my trains. So they're usually good during a live stream. It's once I turn the camera off, I'll have a problem. So
yeah.
Any train clubs in your area?
So we do have the Hudson Model Railroad Club, which is in Wilkes-Barre. That's about, I'd say, probably from the hotel where the show is, that's probably about a 25-minute to 30-minute ride to go out there. The Hudson Model Railroad Club will actually have a table at the train show. So anyone that's looking for more information from those guys, they'll be there at the show.
Now, is that the one we went to during my meet? Is that the one we went to during the meet and greet?
I believe, yeah. Yes, it is.
It's upstairs?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's a really good one, guys. If you can get to see that one, wow.
Yeah, it's very impressive what they've done with that space there, and that whole group. There's just really a great group of people there that run that too.
Yeah, it's been about 5 years, 6 years maybe since I've been there, so that might be something I'd want to look into too. Actually,
yes, so. Yes. And the other thing too is that if there's people that are looking to come and spend the weekend for the train show and all that at the hotel, I could reach out to the members of the club, and maybe we can arrange for a private viewing down there potentially. I would just kind of need to know, how many people and if there's really an interest there, and I could see about what we can do.
Yeah, for sure. Now, how would they reach out to you for that?
I am on Facebook, Bernie's Model Railroad on Facebook. I would probably suggest that you message me through Facebook, or I'm online too, and you can call the shop phone number here. That's online if you search it up on Google, and it is also on our Facebook page too. So they're the two ways they can get a hold of me if that's something you're interested in doing.
Very cool. Very cool. So a couple of people are popping in, a couple of people are leaving. I'm not really watching the chat, guys, because Bernie's got my full attention. I get really excited about your show. I just the way you set it up and the way it goes and the way I participate, nonstop for you the whole time. Now, setting up a train show isn't just something you do like in a month. It takes you a bit of time to get this organized, does it not?
It does. It's pretty much a year-round kind of thing for me to kind of put all this in place. As the first couple of shows got behind me, it is becoming easier, especially since that the show is getting known. The vendors are happy with the show. The consumers are happy. The word is out there about the show. So from a planning perspective and organizing it is a little easier because especially for the vendors trying to get that set up. A lot of the vendors will actually sign up for the very next show in March at the October show. This way they can get locked in for their tables, and because a lot of the vendors, prefer to have the same tables, whenever possible. So they'll book, March show in October, which makes it easier for me because then I'm not, scrambling trying to, see what I have available for tables.
For sure, for sure. Now take us through a day of a train show. From the time you get there first thing in the morning, like this show opens at 9:00 in the morning, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 9:00. So you show up at 9:00 to open the door?
No, so I'm there. For the vendors, the doors actually open at 6 a.m. Something new that we're able to do now, which we were not able to do before, and it makes it so much easier, is we're actually able to get in the ballroom now. We have the ballroom for the whole weekend, so we have it Saturday and Sunday. Because I know a lot of the dealers were requesting to be able to come in and set up on Saturday. So that's something now that we can actually offer to those dealers that are looking to do that. They can come and set up on Saturday. Then they can get here closer to 9:00 in the morning, and they're not, trying to hustle in the morning to get set up before the show opens. So, but yeah, doors will open for them at 6 a.m. I'm there about 5 or 6 in the morning. And then just the day goes, getting the vendor set up. At 9:00, the doors open, and it's going all day long until 2:00. And then after the show's over, then it's all the vendors start to take their stuff out, and it's clean up for us and kind of getting everything all wrapped up for the day. So it really makes for a very long day. By the end of the weekend, I'm usually pretty exhausted, but I tell you what, it's worth every minute of it. It's just to see the vendors come in and they're happy. The consumers are coming in, they're happy, and just that's the whole thing. And probably the most nerve-wracking thing for me is getting the dealers and set up. It's like, okay, I have control over that, and I know how many dealers I have and how many tables are booked, and so that is that's the piece that I know, right? I can control that piece. What always makes me very nervous is you never know how big of a crowd is going to come through the door until it actually comes that day, and you see the people coming in. So I'm always scared that for whatever reason that the crowd is not going to be there, and that's like, so I'm always like kind of extra nervous at 9:00 when we're opening the doors. I'm like, all right, come on, people, come on in the door, because again, you're doing this for the consumer, and you're doing this for the vendors, and it's just a way to bring everyone together and have a nice time. And, it's just, that's probably the most nerve-wracking piece for me, is just not knowing of how big of a crowd you're going to have.
So speaking of the crowd and stuff like that, we're going to get to the door. How much is it going to cost me to get inside?
All right. So it's $5 to come on in.
Hold on. Did you say $5?
$5.
$5.
Yes.
Okay. Like that's super cheap. Any show I even go to around here is like 10 to 15 bucks nowadays. And they're usually just little mom and pop stuff. So
yeah.
Awesome.
And
$5.
Yes. $5 for adults, and children 12 and under are free with a paying adult.
Excellent. Well, you can't beat that. So
yes. And the hotel has great food there too, which is available for purchase. They put together a great menu. Mm-hmm. One of the other things too that you don't see at very, very many shows, and we tried it, and so far it hasn't been an issue. So we're going to continue with it. Like you can get, for those that like to have a beer while they're enjoying the show, that's also available, which you don't see that too often at any type of show.
Yeah, that's true. I remember that we were selling hot dogs and beer at the one table.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Oh, the memories are starting to flood back. So,
yes.
So Grandpa Rails is saying if you haven't met Bernie, you should go. He's a great guy. Okay, I guess somebody's met you.
Thank you.
Bernie is a great guy. Like I said, he helped me out with the dining car experience, some stuff at Scranton. When I did my first meet and greet there, he actually did the public service announcement for us. Told everybody to stay the hell off the tracks and watch for trains. So, but no, you've been a friend of mine for many years, and like I said, you putting on this show, I like to help you out and get that going, and I like to attend and help set it up and stuff like that. So, great.
But yeah,
Yes,
people
and
got to show up and meet Bernie. Now, if we want to meet you at the show, like, is that what you do? You open the door, you're going to go hide in the back or something, or what?
yeah, so my first show that I did, I kind of had my table set up where I had some stuff available from the shop, and I was interacting with people that way. But um, what I've changed up and I do now is as soon as you come in the ballroom, I have a table set up right there, and that's basically just a meet and greet kind of a table. Where people are coming in the door and they could stop and say hello. Any questions that they have, I can do my best to answer those questions for them. And my goal really is to all the familiar faces and anyone that wants to just come over and say hello. I do my best to try to kind of make a fuss over everyone and say hello. And it's a little challenging at times because I sometimes throughout the day I'm getting pulled. I feel like in 1,000 directions.
Yeah.
But I do my best to try to acknowledge everyone and say hello and kind of make a fuss over anyone, whenever I can. Because I'm really appreciative and I'm really thankful for everyone that attends the show and comes to support us here.
Now, you're saying you're going to have things from your shop to sell too. What you got? Any great stuff for like mugs or shirts or hats or something?
Yes, we do have. So probably where I'm going to be sitting, I'll have the shirts and I have shirts. I have coffee mugs. I'll have those items available. We may even be doing those as giveaways this year because I'm actually changing up. We have a new phone number for the shop, so the mugs and the shirts and all that stuff I'm going to have to update with the new information. So I think that the stuff that I have available, we're probably going to just kind of give those away as door prizes or something like that.
Oh, kind of cool. Can't call the number, but hey, you can drink out of it. So,
and the number is still active. The difference is that's my number. That's my primary number. And I'm just trying to kind of get a separate number going for the shop. And because we'll be working full time during the day, and I do have the shop open during the day while I'm at work. And that was creating some issues there. So during the day, my mom is here at the store. So the shop number, she can start receiving those phone calls here. And people are going to be able to get through and talk to someone and, get any questions answered.
So just for some of the newer people who have showed up, we got 25 watching now. We've had a few come and a few go. What are we talking about?
So we're talking about the Great Northeast Model Railroad Train Show in Dunmore. It's at the Holiday Inn, Scranton East. And we're also talking a little bit about the shop here.
Yeah. So again, that's October 8th at 9:00 in the morning at the Holiday Inn in Scranton. I've been there, guys. Great time. We did talk a little bit about getting a room there if you want to show up a day early or something. And like you said, if you call the desk and just say Bernie's Model Train Shop or store or the Great Northeast Model Train Show, there is a great discount that goes with it. Very limited, though. I believe they only put aside so many rooms. And when they're gone, they're gone. So if you're planning on going and staying the night type thing, make that phone call. I have checked it out. Their regular prices and then the Bernie's discount price that you get is better than half off. And then I'm one of those stupid people that book through hotels.com. So of course I didn't get the discount, but I booked mine a while ago too. So, but I do suggest calling the hotel and getting that, going the day early and hanging out, because I will be there the day early. RJ will be there the day early. Bernie, do you have anything planned for the night before, or is that just kind of a quiet down time ready to go?
So the night before, there are a number of people that I know are planning to come the night before. And what I see is that we're going to probably be spending time over at the restaurant. Everyone will get together, hang out over there. The hotel has great food. They have a lot of drinks to choose from. So I think it's going to be just everyone getting together, hanging out, sharing stories, kind of catching up on things and, just having a great time.
Yeah, I think we closed the place last time we were there.
Yes, we did.
That was fun for sure. Do you have any tables left if somebody wants to sell something?
I would suggest that anyone that's interested in tables, reach out like ASAP. Because as far as the ballroom itself, the ballroom is pretty much near sold out at this point. Any tables that I get for booking now going forward is actually going to be outside the ballroom on the other opposite the side that you come in the main entrance and you pay the admission. So we're actually growing into other areas of the hotel now, and that's where additional tables will end up being.
So they contact you and they can set something up. There's still a possibility if somebody's out there that wants to.
Yes. I haven't with the way the hotel is willing to work with me and expand in other areas, I haven't had a situation where I had to tell someone no, that I'm completely sold out. But I do recommend for your best options to, reach out ASAP so you can guarantee that you get a table. So this way you get a little bit more of a choosing the earlier you book.
Right. So again, to contact you is Bernie's Model Train Store. You can look it up that way, or the Great Northeast Model Train Show at Holiday Inn in Scranton. And there is a web page for that. There's a lot of YouTube stuff on that too, so make sure you look up for the web page itself, and that should have a lot of the information out there for you. The Andy Ammo, that would be cool to meet you there. Like I said, when I do go down, I like to sit there at the front door, meet everybody that's coming through. I know the year I was there, JP was there, I was there. He did a live stream for the full thing. I did a little bit of a live stream. Hung out with RJ for a lot of it. Hung out with you for quite a bit. Ate the free hot dogs. Drank some of the beer. Just what a Canadian would do. So,
yes,
I got to say, through experience, going through your show, it's roomy. It was packed from when you opened it to closing. I think there was still people there trying to buy stuff about 20 minutes after the place had closed down. Busy, and good deals. There is a lot of guys there that you can talk to, that you can always bring prices down. It's like any smaller train show type thing where you can kind of willy-nilly talk about prices, negotiate, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, yes, Nathan, it is in Scranton. Like I said, the Holiday Inn in Scranton, Pennsylvania, October 8th, 9 o'clock in the morning. Sparky needs his hot dogs. Damn straight, Al. Al, maybe you can pop in there too, bud. So I hope to see everybody there. That's for sure. Bernie, anything else you want to add to this?
I would tell you that, follow us, Bernie's Model Railroad, on Facebook, because we'll be giving the latest and greatest updates in regards to the train show. As things are getting finalized for the show, you're going to start to see me promote some stuff there about, who's coming and what kind of special things we're going to be doing. One of the things that, I guess to wrap this up, that we always try to do for our shows is I don't want it to be like every other train show. I don't want it to be where you go to the show, it's the same vendors, same faces, same inventory, same, everything. The goal that I have for every show is for it to be a little bit different from the previous show. So this way it never gets stale, and there's always something fresh to see, something fresh to do, and different ways to interact with people.
What's your favorite part of the show?
The people. That's my favorite part. Yep. Yeah, that's my favorite part of it. Is just bringing everyone together, having a good time, making sure everyone's happy. That's the enjoyment I get out of this. It's just being able to do that for people. When there used to be a train show at the Radisson in downtown Scranton, which was it was actually in the Lackawanna Station Hotel, and that show went on for many years. That was 30 plus years that show was going on. And I knew the person that was running that show, and I knew those shows were going to be coming to an end. And because he was having a lot of health issues. And that's when I started with my shows, is because I wanted to kind of keep that going and keep people, a place for people to go to buy and sell trains and interact and conversate and just have a good time. So that's kind of where I picked up, is where he left off, type of thing.
What I find really funny is this used to be a closet hobby. You had it in your basement. You didn't tell your neighbors that you had a railroad or model trains, and your kids enjoyed it, but they didn't tell their friends or nothing else too. And you talk to people now, and YouTube's got to be a big part of that. But most of us, when we talk about events, clubs, train shows and stuff like that, what are you going to hear from most people saying about their favorite part and they normally say it's the people. And I just find that very fascinating how this hobby went from a closet hobby to very community orientated. So
Yes.
just kind of throwing that one out there because I myself also enjoy it for the people. The models are nice too, especially some of the newer stuff that's coming out, but it's always great to meet a lot of the people. So get to
Yes,
meet
absolutely.
kind of an unofficial meet and greet when you get to a train show. So, and that's why I'm throwing this out there. Hopefully everybody in the area of Scranton can pop in October 8th, 9 o'clock in the morning, and come in, shop around, say hi. Like I said, I'll be sitting there at the table for most of the day, talking away to people that come in and out. I might have a few stickers that I can give away. I can't remember, but, and like you said, it's going to be a good time. So Nathan is saying, if I do a meet and greet at Northlands, if I'm going to, what would be you interested in coming? So Nathan wants to do a meet and greet at Northlands again. Nathan, all I can do, buddy, to tell you, any kind of meet and greet that I've ever done starts with something just like this. Kind of get it organized, get the person behind the event up there to talk to people so you don't have to do as much talking, and just plug the event, say what it is, tell people the date of it, who's going to be there, and YouTube will do the rest and people will do the rest. So if you want to do one at Northlands, bud, all you can do is a couple of videos. I would suggest getting in touch with Northlands, doing a live stream just like this, and let them talk about their product. Bernie knows more about his train show than I ever will. He can sell this product. He can get you guys to go a lot better than I can. I'm just going to be there. I'm just a face. He knows what's going on. So Nathan, get Northlands on a live stream and go from there, bud. That's all I can do to help you out with that. Any other questions for Bernie? Throw them up in the chat, or if you guys want, I did. Annie Ammo, thank you very much, buddy, for that. Oh, that means I got to find a wig. Oh, I haven't done that for a while either. Oh.
This will be nice to see. I haven't seen this in a while. There it is. There it is.
Yeah. I don't even know how to put them on. There we go.
There we go.
Hey, Andy, thanks a lot, buddy. And I really do. I hope to see a lot of people at this train show. Like he said, and like I'm saying, it's for the people, and I love going down. I'm traveling 7 hours, guys. It's not to buy a train, that's for sure. It's to meet you guys, hang out with Bernie, RJ, JP if he shows up, DB Tech, anybody else that shows up. Be great. Just say hi. Almar, be nice if you popped in, bud. Yeah, that's it for me. So, hold on. We got Randall Ellison down in the basement. Maybe he's got a good question for you. Should we bring him up? Are you ready for questions from the crowd?
Sure.
Sure.
Hey,
Randall.
what's happening,
Hey.
Hey,
Oh,
Randall,
it's going. It doing pretty good. How about you guys?
Good, good.
So, Randall, how far from Scranton are you?
Pretty long ways. I'm actually between Mammoth Spring and Salem, Arkansas. So,
So it might be hard to get you there.
oh yeah, it'd be really hard to get me there.
So, questions for Bernie. What do you got for him?
Yeah, have you got like a favorite locomotive that you like to run? Or
Yeah, so
I mean,
I'll show you my favorite right now. I'll do my best
All
to
right,
get
cool.
it up on the screen here. Nice thing is that we're actually close to the layout. So let's see. Are you able to see that?
oh my
See,
goodness,
that
is that a big boy or a Challenger? I can't.
That is
Fine,
that is the big boy. That's a Broadway Limited big boy with the sound and the smoke and DCC and the whole nine. So that
That's a
is
big- that's a big
that is my
engine.
favorite piece in the collection.
Yeah, that's really cool. I know the club, the the vice president of the club I'm in. He has a Broadway Limited Challenger that he brings up when they have the October display at the fairgrounds at West Plains. So I know that's a really popular piece with the kids when he brings it up. So
Yes, and having the layout here in the shop for when my customers come in and they bring the kids in and all that stuff, they really enjoy seeing the layout. And that's one of my pieces that I like to kind of highlight. I try to save it for special events that are happening here in the shop. To
Yep.
be honest, it's something I don't run all the time, but just kind of like, hey, like Black Friday, for example, is our 3-year anniversary of the shop. So I'll have the big boy out and running for the 3-year anniversary for people to see. I'm also working on putting together an executive passenger train for the
cool.
layout, which will be lettered up for the shop and all that stuff, and a special paint scheme. So that's something I'm also working on.
That's cool.
So, but the big boy is definitely the pride of the fleet, and it's actually the model of the ones that's at Steamtown National Historic Site down in Scranton, number 4012.
That's really cool. I was talking to the club president last night, and he just got his Bowser Pennsylvania K4 that he built all painted up. But the last time I saw it was just in bare metal, and the video of it actually running is on my channel. But that was a pretty cool little engine. It's a really old Bowser kit.
Okay.
But this will be the first time I'll get to see it painted up and everything. So
Yes,
that'd
that'd be nice.
be a lot of fun.
And what's your channel name?
It's just same name as me. It's Randall Ellison.
Okay. All right, once we get off here, I'm gonna try to look you up, and I'd like
All
to
right,
see
perfect.
the video of that running.
Yeah, you'll probably have to kind of scroll down good ways because I think it's been about a couple of years since I did that video. But
Okay.
it's a pretty neat little piece.
Yeah, it sounds nice. It really does. And what you said that was what was that model? I know it was
My niece gave me the phone, but right there's I don't know if it'll show up or not, but right there's what
okay.
my channel looks like. It's probably hard to read.
Okay.
So, Bernie, one question there in the chat is: will you ship to the UK?
That's I tell you what, I have offered shipping in the US. I am open to shipping in the UK. I ain't gonna lie, that'll be a little bit of a learning experience for me because I haven't shipped anything that distance before, but we'll going through customs and all that. So but I am willing to do it. But it will be a learning experience for me.
Yeah, the customs isn't much, but the price of it's quite up there. So
Right.
that's definitely that adds to the challenge for sure. So
Yes.
you were talking a little bit about your mugs and your shirts and stuff like that. Do you have any custom, say, box cars of the shop still?
So the custom box cars are completely sold out. I am looking at some avenues to get some other cars made. I think I'm looking to potentially go with a different vendor, if you will, to produce the cars this time around. Not because the guy didn't do a good job. He did a great job on making the cars that he did. It's just that he doesn't have the style car that I'm looking for that's available. So, but I am looking at some point in time creating new cars again that will be available.
Yeah, I have one of your original cars, and it's nice, that's for sure. So if you get another one, put my name on it. So
Okay, we'll do. Appreciate it.
for sure. Okay, I got Nathan down in the basement too. I'm going to bring him up and drop Randall down.
Yeah, go ahead. Take care, you guys. And I put the link to my channel and the club's channel too in there.
All right, yeah, they're in the chat. So yeah,
All
right, thanks, fellas.
In the replay and
Yep, thank you.
Find that easy.
Yep, you guys have a good one. Bye bye.
You too.
Oh, where'd he go? There he is.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Nathan, how are you, buddy?
Hey, Nathan.
Good.
Now, you two have actually met, so.
Yes, very nice to see you, Nathan. How are things?
Yeah. Probably since 2019, I'm guessing, but yeah.
Yeah. How are things with you?
Pretty good. Just me and the landlord had to clean up the whole apartment, so that was interesting.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry. Let's see. I've been working on this to hope to turn that into a steam trolley.
Okay. Very good. I always enjoy seeing your creations.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I really it's fascinating to me, the things that you create like out of nothing, and it's like boom, and it's like there it is, and it's like wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I always like to enjoy the thinking process of how I'm going to build it. All this is made nothing but parts and popsicle sticks and other parts I can find. The whole
Okay.
mechanism I kind of made, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and that's the thing; they all move. So,
Yeah.
I guess not all of them, but yeah.
so a question for Bernie there, Nathan.
Oh yeah. Will you have a? I guess it might not happen, but would you have Steamtown run some trains for an event?
So it's funny, that's a very good question, and that's a funny that you asked that question, because I don't see, so where the hotel is located, I won't be able to do anything in combination with the train show and Steamtown. However, I'm working on some things in the background where my store is located is only 1 block away from the Delaware-Lackawanna line, going from Scranton to Carbondale. And there's very light talks behind the scenes right now about potentially getting a train maybe to come out of Scranton and actually come up here to Jessup where the shop is located. And, you know, people would be able to ride the train, get off the train, visit the shop, maybe grab a bite to eat here in town type of thing. There is a nice little park down here too, that right at the station. Maybe I kind of work on some, kind of coordinating something with all that, but that's something I don't see happening this year, but it's something that I was in very light conversations with a few people on. So hopefully it's something that we could pull together for, maybe next year. But that'd be a lot of fun to do, I think. And that maybe that'd be a good, like, YouTube, meet and greet kind of event or something like that, where we all, meet down in Scranton, take the train up to Jessup here, and, we could have, you could visit the shop, go whatever we end up doing in the park, and then, have something to eat or whatever, but maybe we could pull something together like that.
Or I guess the trolley museum, or I guess that's a similar idea, but yeah.
What was that? I didn't hear that.
Oh, sorry. Or I guess you could do a trolley thing, but I guess that's a similar idea.
Yes. And the trolley is on a different line, going a different direction, because they would need the overhead wire to be able to come up here, and they don't have that. But yeah, but Steamtown is an option. Another option I was going to look into is, if I'm not able to pull that together with Steamtown, I was going to see if the Delaware-Lackawanna Railroad, they do have some passenger equipment, and they do charter a train once in a while. I was going to see if that is an option. Before the Dining Car Society moved to Port Jervis, that was something that we lightly talked about, was having some kind of event up here with the Dining Car Society. But unfortunately, that never came to fruition before they moved to their new home.
I wonder if we could do a Reading Northern one. I guess Reading Northern has a lot of other people run trains on their property, but like there's one big thing that Andy Moore might say, like when we say like, oh, can I run this? And then I heard somebody say, like, Andy might go, not, but something like that. I guess my point is I was wondering if that could happen. It is close to the other river, like you were saying, but yeah.
Yeah, that would be, we'll see what happens, just very light talking behind the scenes right now, but hoping I could pull something together here. And it's just getting in touch with the right people and kind of getting the approvals, and then just kind of promoting the event. So more to come on that, all that stuff, hopefully.
That'd be pretty cool. Even a barbecue or something in behind the shop or something, or in the park. So.
Or
Yeah.
I guess what if I didn't want it to sell anything, but I did want to like display like a train display, just have run trains.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. What I could tell you is the more displays, the better. That would be pretty amazing. I tell you to reach out and message me, and we could make that happen.
That sounds good.
So does the Gertrude Hot Candy still have the train display at Steamtown? Do you know?
Unfortunately, they do not. The original creator of that display, he was a good friend of mine. He was like a grandfather to me, to be honest. He had passed away the year that had opened in the mall, and the family did their best to keep it running for as long as they were able to. And then the mall was going through some renovations and new stores coming in and opening up, and unfortunately they had to move the display to a different storefront in the mall, and the family just wasn't in a position to be able to do that. So they have since sold the collection. Someone that is kind of approached me and introduced himself to me that is the new owner of the collection. I know they were looking to hopefully get that open to the public again at some point. I haven't talked to them for a little while, so I'm not sure where they're at with that. What I would hope is that if they still have the collection, and the place I'm in actually has another business next to me here, and if that space had ever become available and he was still looking for a place to set that up, I would reach out and see if we can make something happen. But that's going to be a more of a timing thing, and I don't know if that space next to me would become available, a month, a year, 2 years from now. I have no idea, so again, it'd all be timing, and if that person still has the collection even at that point in time.
See, that's one thing I do hear a lot. The brick and mortar stores that are out there nowadays, most of them are talking about trying to expand, not close. So like, I know Lauren from OVR was in here earlier in the chat, and that's one thing he wants to do with his store. It just seems always, when you're talking to people that own stores, they can never be big enough. So I don't think this hobby is dying. That's for sure.
Right. I agree with you. I think it kind of goes through like maybe generational like spurts, if you will. As people that were young, that were into the hobby, they kind of get busy with their lives and into other things for a while. But I think later in their life, I think they circle back around and come back to it again.
Oh, and David ZG is saying, I've got the Conrail kits that came from your store. So
yeah, when people say the hobby's dying, the reason why I think it's a rumor is like it's like saying like I'm not interested type of thing, but that's obviously not true.
Well, I think the Showstopper really helped out with the hobby. So
yeah, that's true.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, the good, the bad, the ugly, right? So
yeah.
All right, Nathan, you got any more questions that you got for Bernie and his train show that's coming up?
I thought I had one, but let's.
Did you lose it?
I receive it now. I guess you have to pay just to rent to us space, I guess, but.
So are you asking for the show? Like I rent that space? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do. It does cost me some money to rent that space and do what I do there at the hotel. However, again, the management at the hotel is phenomenal, and they work with me very well there. And that's why my goal is to keep that Holiday Inn as long as that same manager's there. I plan on keeping that as our home for years to come there, because we have a very good working relationship there.
Yeah, speak of the devil, we said JP videos, what, 3 times?
Yes.
Yes, he's popped into the chat, so maybe he'll hit that link and come up.
Yeah, I guess I should go. Yeah.
All right, thanks for popping up, Nathan. Like I said, bud, if you want to do a meet and greet, stuff like that, I'd say the very first thing to do is get in contact with Northlands and do a live stream with them exactly the way I'm doing this one now.
I see.
It really helps get the word out there and everything else, and people can ask the questions. So thanks for popping up, bud. You can pop yourself down. Just see if JP videos will come up. Again, guys, I'm just going to go through my list of stuff. I got the air show in London, Ontario coming up September 10th. I'm taking the wife with me, I'm sure. I could fit 4 more people in my car. If 4 people in my area want to go, reach out to me, let me know. I can either meet you at my house at around 8:30 in the morning. This is September 10th, so next weekend. Or I can pick you up in Woodstock, Ingersoll. London might be a bit of a problem, but yeah, 4 more people can show up. That's awesome. Next thing I got, guys, is the OVR trains. It's a manufacturer's meet and greet, September 16th. Doors open at 10 o'clock. 37 Tilson Street in Tilsonburg, Ontario. At the beginning of this live stream, Lauren did put up everybody that was going to be there. Check out their webpage, guys, ovrtrains.com, for a list of vendors that will be there. I shouldn't exactly say vendors. There will be stuff to sell, but there's a lot of new announcements coming out at his show. So that should be pretty cool. The Great Northeastern Model Train Show, and I don't know why I just call it the Bernie's Model Train Show, because I know Bernie. Holiday Inn, Scranton, Pennsylvania, October 8th, 9 o'clock in the mornings when the doors open. I would suggest being there bright and early. Bernie's always scared, like he said, is anybody going to show up? And I can remember the lineup being right around the corner when he opened the door. So pretty good time. Like I said, I will be there. I was hoping JP Videos would have popped up here by hitting that link, but he hasn't popped in yet. So, but yeah, great time at Bernie's Train Show. Again, the Great Northeast Model Train Show, Holiday Inn, Scranton, October 8th. I hope to see everybody there. This is Bernie, the guy that puts it on. So the last one I'm going to be going to, guys, is in Timonium, Maryland. Let's see, that's October 14th and 15th. Great Scale Model Train and Railroad Collectors Show. I just call that one the Timonium Train Show. I'll be there for both days on that one. And that's it for my list of stuff to do. So big one for me right now, of course, is Bernie's Train Show that's coming up. What I didn't know is the Timonium one's the following weekend. Like, wow. I thought I had a week between, because both these trips for me are 7 hours there and 7 hours home. So they'll get to know me at the border, that's for sure. So that should be cool. JP says, sorry, you can't pop up. JP, we were just kind of wondering if you can get in touch with Bernie if you're going to be at his show this year, doing your live stream and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm going to be there, sitting there meeting and greeting all the people that come through the door. So that should be cool. I don't know if you got anything else you want to throw out there, Bernie.
No, I'm good. I just want to say thank you. I appreciate the time here today. Invite me to come on your live stream. And I just really appreciate, you promoting the show and coming down to hang out with us. Like, it's going to be a great time, and, just really appreciate everything. Thank you.
Awesome. Bernie knows where to find me. Have a good day, guys. I guess you're supposed to contact JP. So
I'll be reaching out to you soon, Jay.
All right. Well, that's it for me, guys. Like I said, I just wanted to get Bernie on here, talk about the show, the experience, the vendors, where it is, the date, the time, where I'm going to be there. Bernie, like I said, these are unofficial meet and greets too for the YouTube community. So I hope to see everybody there. And I don't normally do live streams. Surprise, surprise, guys. I did one now to talk about Bernie's Train Show. I will be doing one tonight around 6:30, 7 o'clock. And that will be to talk about OVR's train show and the manufacturer meet and greet later on. So not only am I doing one live stream today, I will be doing two. So Bernie, thanks very much for coming on, bud, getting the information out there, answering a few questions that people had. I appreciate your time. That's for sure. I know you're a busy guy, especially 3 weeks to a month away from your show. So I guess pretty much a month. So very cool. And I can't wait to get down there. So.
All right. Thank you again.
All right. Thanks,
Bern,
for popping in.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one, bud. All right, guys, that's all I've got for now. Like I said, I will be back on live tonight, 6:30 or 7 o'clock tonight, because Dundas Junction Model Railroads and Trackside Mike will not be doing their live stream tonight. So I will be taking their place. They normally come on at 7. Like I said, 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'm going to try to start the live stream, get Lauren on here, talk about the OVR meet and greet, manufacturer meet and greet, what's going on there. And maybe Lauren will come on just like Bernie did and talk about it. I've got a few questions I wouldn't mind asking him, kind of the same questions I asked Bernie about how these things get put on, set up, how much work is actually involved, and Wendy actually get to sit down and take a break. So, Randall, thanks for coming up, buddy. And I got to say thank you to everybody in the chat. Right now, we've got 22 watching. Thank you, Andy Ammo, for the super chat. You're awesome. My wigs weren't too far away, so that was pretty cool. Like I said, thanks everybody, and I will see you all tonight on my second live stream of the day. Hey, and my trains didn't fall off the track. How's that? So hopefully they're doing all right. Who knows, right? Thanks, Eagle Creek Railroad, Grandpa Rails, Randall Ellison, My Life's Tracks. It'd be nice to see you pop in there, bud, to Bernie's train show in Scranton. Darby Rail Services. Who else do we got? JP Videos. Thanks for popping in, buddy. Always great to talk with you. Life with Roscoe. The Annie Ammo. Who else we got? Nathan Delay. David Z2G. Thanks for helping out in the chat with that decoder. New Haven N Scale. Thanks for popping in. Tim CP368 Productions. Always nice to see you, my friends. And who else do we got? I'm probably missing quite a few. Chat goes on for a while, so. All right, guys, that's it for me, the Darby Rail Services. I thank you all for popping in, and I will see you later tonight. I do want to see you guys all at the Great Northeast Model Train Show, Holiday Inn, Scranton, October 8th, 9 o'clock. All right, guys. Bye for now. Bye.